That that is an enormous CME that just came out of the sun, you all. Look at that. This is the same area that we talked about this morning where right below it, like an appendage or something was coming out. And then we have those little tentacle like things, the little filament tubes with something attached to it. Look at that massive CME, this massive solar flare. And if that's not enough to get your attention, look at the perfect oval, the oval circle in the center of the sun, you all, like right above my head, the perfect oval right up there. That does not look like a normal coronal hole to me, you all. I've been looking at that. I really have. And I'm thinking, there's something there because that is too perfect. What if there is, no, you all, something is going on. Let me shrink this right here. Let me shrink me. I want to show you this right here. Let's look at this. So look at this. Look at this. This happened today. This CME, 12/14/24 UT time. Look at that. Right out of there. And right below, let me do this. Right below where my head is, right here. That is where that thing is attached to the sun right here. It's like a massive ship or two ships. And it was like yesterday when something came out of this area and went down to that area, the sun, the little appendages, the little, what do you call them? Filament tubes. They literally went boom. They did not want to let go. And the object below it, it pounced. It bounced, you all. That's what it did. It totally bounced. Let me do this. Let me show you this, you all. No, Gina, don't get it. You all, there's activity going on. Today's the 26th. Today's the day that they said something's going to come out of the sun. Remember that? That's what they said. Something's going to come out of the sun. That is exactly what they said. So this is yesterday, you all. Look at this. Yesterday, right here, it was this area right there. And it's this right above here, this area right here. This is where the massive solar flare came out, this massive CME. And there's something right here that is attached. You can see it right here. And this is about how big that object is, whatever it is. And today, when I tried to go to this particular product to go back in time, all it would do is just blink, 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 blink. That's all it would do is blink. And I could not look at it, you all. It would not let me look at it. For the life of me, it wouldn't let me look at it, you all. Let me see if I can find this right here. That's okay, you all, because we can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you that. I just want you to see. Gina, what on earth, you all? Let me get this. I want to show you what it was. If I can get to it, if I can find it. Oh, shoot. You know what happened? Oh, no. It was on my, it was on my Seagate that I had plugged in, but that's okay, you all. I got it saved in another thing in my video project. I want you to see how that object on the bottom of the sun, it started bouncing, but look at that massive CME, you all. Let's just look at this for a second. I want to show you yesterday. We're going to push this and we're going to look at yesterday. Let me let it go. Let's let it go, you all. Let's let it go. This is yesterday, right there. That's how big it is, you all. I hope this is on, you all. Watch it bounce, you all. Watch it bounce. When that thing comes out up here, it's going to start bouncing as soon as it comes out and goes underneath there. You got to give it time, you all. Boom, boom. Do you see it? It literally is attached. These little filament tentacles, whatever you want to call them, they don't want to let go. Whatever, they're tethered. It's tethered to the sun. It's still stuck to the sun. But when this thing came down, boom, just like that, you all, it bounced. It bounced. Something is going on. And this right up here, that's where the CME came out right here today. The CME came out of here today. This massive planet-like object, could even be multiple ships piled up. They're attached to the sun too. And I don't know if it's being held against its will or what. It looks like a planetary-like object too, to say the least, you all. That something is going on, something massive, massive, massive is going on. I just wanted to show you this from yesterday, just so you get an idea. Look at that bouncing, bouncing, you all. It is bouncing. Now let's come back to me. So we're going to pause this one right here, you all. I'm going to shrink it. We're going to pause it. I'm going to shrink it. We're going to come over here to the, I'm going to come over here. Hello, everyone. We're going to come right over here. Let's make sure we got a moderator in here. Deborah Mosley, honey, thank you. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being in here. Let's come right over here to the integrated space weather system right here. This is where we're at. And this is what I did. It's the SDO. And again, you know, if you went over there, I showed you this morning how to find it. You come right over here to this. You click right here and you click into this. This is what you do. We're going to look at this, you all, because this is very, very important. So you have to push play. We're going to push play, you all, because we're going to watch it. I haven't looked at any other product. I've been gone half the morning. Well, I've been gone, yeah. After I did my video, I was gone. So what I did was I come over here and I did 300. Right here, because you want to get a full frame, you all. Let's watch it. This is a massive CME that came out of the sun. Some energy is taking place. Let me bring this over here, you all. I'm going to pull this up on my cell phone, the live chat, so I can make sure that we are on the same page. Today's the 26th. Today's one of the predicted days, the 26th and 27th, when something's going to happen with the sun. I don't know what all they said, but that's okay, you all. You all know. Let's watch this. Okay, all is well. See what happened? They tried to cover it up. That was, now we're in the wee hours of the morning. Boom. Did you see that? In the wee hours of the morning. Let's bring it up close, you all. And but this right here is way too oval as far as I'm concerned. Way too oval to be a normal circle. Way too oval. Let's look at this. Let's go back just a tad bit, you all. You're just going to watch it. Let's go to where the first beam comes out, you all. Here's the first one right here. Ever so, boom, look at this one. This is the first one. Look at that. So that's a mini solar flare, you all. Are we on here? We're on here. That's like a mini solar flare, although it looks pretty powerful right there. That's mini. So that is at, okay, 754. 754, this one shows up right here. 754, that one shows up. I think there might have been another one before that, but no, let me see. I don't think so. So let's see. 754. You want to get it like this, you all. See it? They tried to cover it up. So that was like 1815. So 615, they covered it up for some reason because something. Look how perfect this is. Actually looks like there's something perfect up there. I don't know if the sun is what they say it is, what they want us to believe. There's something up here too. Some kind of dark shadowy thing up here. Can you see the outline of it? Okay, let's do this right here. Okay, there's the first one right there. Let's do this right here. Hello, Deb, honey. You got it, Deborah. That's right. Let's look at this. You are, we're coming over here. Now it's 2300. It's like 1134. 1134. Now we're past midnight. Oh, it's starting to blink on me because I waited too long, you all. It's past midnight. I've got to push play again. So I'm going to push this to me because I don't want you to see it blinking, you all. That is a massive CME. And what gets me is it's right around the corner. It's right around the same area as that ship or planet is attached to the sun. Right around the same area. Look at this line going across here. They've got something up here hiding it. They do. Let's get it. So there's that one. Let's go slow. Let's take it slow. And I want you to notice that. Look how that's perfectly surrounded with the dark filament. Isn't that interesting? The dark filaments are perfectly around this hole right here. Perfectly. Now let's keep going and quit talking. Okay, let's look at this. Here we go. So it's 444. Nothing. All is well. All is well. At 444, we're going 6 something. Don't tell me I passed it up, you all, because I hope I didn't. Okay, we're getting ready because you can see it's already changing its path. There it goes. It's pushing it. It's throwing it out. Look, it's getting ready to spit it out. Boom. That's one part of it. So that is in the afternoon. 12, 14, 24. Look at those numbers. 12, 24. 12, 34. 12, 44. It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing, you all. It's 12:54. It's still protruding out. You know what I'm trying to figure out? Now, listen, this may sound strange. Are these holes right here? Is this hole and this hole the exact same distance from the side of the sun? Are they identical? Are they like a mirrored image? Is there like an opening on this side, a coronal opening, exactly in the same spot as on this side too? Because if it is, something big time is going on. Look at that perfect oval, you all. Something big time is going on. If they are literally located, and that sun is not what we think. Okay, it's already blinking again, you all. Thank you for tuning in. Let me push the play button again. We got to push it because I made it blink. Hello. That's right, you all. We're going to look at this. I told you we are going to make sure we look at this sun, the 26th, the 27th. We're going to keep our eyes and ears open for things. We want to know what's going on. Oh, see, it's already blinking. Okay, because I turned over there too fast. But there was something else that happened, and I was going to show you. Let me see if I can get it. Something else happened really fast. And, wait. Did you see this? Right before that happened, down here, right down here, you have two ships or something that exited the sun from up here. They came from up there. Okay, let's keep going, you all. Let's keep going because we want to watch the moment of the eruption. It's beginning at 10:53. Was a small one, but you can still see it's flaring out on the side. 10:53 in the morning. It's pushing out. Boom, there it went again. You all, do you think that this is a normal? Do you think that this is a normal solar flare right here? Look how solid it is. That's really, really solid, and it abruptly cuts off right there, you all. It is enormous. It's very enormous, you all. So again, look at that perfect oval inside of there, a perfect oval. Let me do this before it starts blinking on us again, you all, because if I wait too long and play around, it's going to blink. So that's what it did. It blinked. Do you all know if it's earth directing? Because I don't pay attention to whether something is earth directing or if it isn't. I don't know what side of the sun of what particular product would determine whether it's earth directed or not. Oh no, I've got it blinking, you all. I'm not going to push it right now. I got to wait for it to do its little refiltering of the images before we go there. And I want to look at the other product because that is one massive now I got the whole product. I hope it's not going to start blinking, but it is. See, that's what it's been doing. Whenever I want to look at it even more so, it will blink and blink and blink and blink as to not be able to get a good image is what it will do. We've got to wait. Hide under the bed. Spirit, I don't need to hide. I couldn't get under this bed up here. It's got storage underneath it. So no, I can't hide under a bed. There's no need to hide. No need to hide at all, you all. None. Let's get over here. I'm not gonna play around. So we've got that one right there. Look at that. 1224. Look how perfect it is. It gets super bright at 1234. Let's do this because one part of this, they did some other type of covering up is what happened. I think I vaguely see it. Where's it at? I seen it earlier. There's shadow. Look, there's something right here too. Right here, coming straight up. There's something going on. There's other things happening behind some kind of a filter, and we're not being able to see the whole picture. With this particular product, we're not. Okay, let's see this. Let's see if we can get it. Drag it, you all. We got to drag it. Let's look. doing that. And then it's going to do its massive solar flare. Like right there. So, is it going to show up on the other products? That's the thing. Is it going to show up on the other products? So what we can do is we can come in here. I wanted to look at the 304 is what I wanted to look at, you all. So I've got that. I'm going to pull it up and see what that is showing. I don't know if it's going to show something, but we're going to push this back to me because it's going to start blinking. All of these particular products in the SDO, they seem to be right on track and up to date. They're not like 3 days behind or 4 days behind on this particular product. Let's see what it's going to do. Oh, did you see that? It shot something straight down. I just shot something straight down again of that particular product. Why didn't the CME show up in this particular product? See, that's a good question. And look how this energy is literally, whatever this is being transferred over to this point. Did you see that coming straight down from there? Because that's exactly what it is. What is going on? Why isn't it showing up? Okay, see it right there? Boom. Okay, you can see it very faintly. Very faintly you can see the CME. It's coming out. It's went straight down. Can you see it? I want you to see it at 1057. Boom. On the SDO AIA 304, coming straight down like that. Let's look at that hole a little bit better. You can see it coming straight down. And it continues. Let's look at it, you all, because okay, it's coming down again, still at 1057. You can still see it. It's not as noticeable as it is on the previous product. It's not as noticeable, but it is massive. Oh, shoot. It's absolutely massive coming out of the sun. I've got to push this play button, you all. These energies are killing you, Michelle, honey. Well, you will not die during this video, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing because you're in good hands right here. You're going to make it. You'll make it through the video. I promise you. Whoa! Did you see it on the side of the sun? The other one did the solar flare too. The other one did the solar flare. Watch it. You all, we got to watch this because this other one wasn't showing up. This one over here did it too. Watch what happens, you all. Let's drag it. This is, are we on here? Yes, we're on here. Watch it. So, let's see. We got this one. Let's see. Where's this one at? It happens around, okay, this one happens at around 11. You can see it coming down. If I could, like, let me bring this up a little bit more so we can get a close-up of it. This is around the 11 time frame. I want you to keep your eye on the other one too. Whoa, okay, so we can see this at the 1216. Now that's powerful right there, 1216. But something is happening over here too in a moment. So I think that these are perfectly symmetrical. I do. It's like bilateral coronal holes, bilateral in perfect spots on both sides. How can that be? So you can see this one doing it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is enormous, that CME right there. And that's around in the afternoon. In the afternoon, you can see it like, boom, doing its thing. Now look over here on the other side. Look at this. There's a ship that has came down. It's a little white one. I'm pretty sure I saw something shooting out of this one too. Well, let's watch it. Oh, shoot. I waited too long, you all. It's not going to show right until it rewinds. Until it rewinds, it's not going to show right. We got to wait. Whether you want to wait or not, you have to wait, you all. I have to wait. You have to wait. Okay, yeah, I did see it come out. We're gonna look over here now. We're gonna look right here in this area. You watch it come out. Did you see it? It just came out. It's not as noticeable as the other one. Did you see that? I moved it too fast, you all. But it's not as noticeable, but it is coming out of there. Look at that. And you've seen that ship coming down? When that comes back over here, we're going to catch it. We're going to stop it. Let's stop it. Okay, let's see. So that's around 1 something. So after around noontime, after the 12 o'clock hour, then this side decides that it too is going to fire out some CMEs. Right there around 1645. So around 4, you can see it, vaguely see it right there. 1700. It fired out some CMEs too, you all. And can you see the lines on it? So this is something, there's something going on, something massive, and not to mention we've got a perfect hole. Let's try one more product, which I don't think we ever see very much in the AIA other than the enormous ship or planetary-like object attached to the sun, either against its will or willingly fueling or something like that, you all. Oh, yes, it looks really, you can see it really good, you all. Let's let, when it quits through blinking. Hello, boom. That's right, sun from the sun. Boom, we're looking at the sun. That's right, sun from the sun. We're going to look at the sun. Let's look at it right here. Oh, no. Stop blinking on us because that's not very nice. Let's look at this, you all. No, see, that's what it was doing to me earlier. When it does that, part of me thinks that AI doesn't want us looking too intently. And if it can, or some type of entity out there, if it can like keep blinking, then perhaps we will give up and not want to look. Okay, let's look at it. Okay. So you can see down there at this one bottom right here, look at all of that. They're not letting go of this, and there looks like there's other things behind it too. This is where the CME occurred around 12. And there's one also happening over here, you all. Over here. They're in the same spots along the same holes. Look at that. You can't really tell it that much here at all. But it's coming out. Look at this. Whatever it is, it's still... Oh, did you see it move? It's moving again. Something... Do you think it's trying to break away? Oh my gosh. I think it might be trying to break away. Does it look like there's ships layered like gigantic discs or something up here? And or are they great big flat like ships that are on their side? One behind the other. Wait a minute. What if, now this is I'm going to be serious with this one right here. What if this massive ship right here, or UFO, is attached to the sun? Attached to the sun, and these are different rings, you know, like a slinky. So just picture this, if this were like the top of the slinky, and this is the rest of the slinky going like this to the sun. What if it's something like that, you all? Really, what if it is? Because you know what it reminds me of? I'm going to tell you exactly what it reminds me of if I can get to it. I'm going to exactly what it reminds me of. Just give me one moment. It might take longer than 1 minute, but I'm going to get to it. I really am. I'll tell you exactly what it reminds me of if I can remember where it's at. I just got to get to it. I got to be patient too. I've got to be very, very patient when trying to find what I'm looking for, you all. That is a massive CME. It's enormous. On the side of the sun, coming out. I don't know whether or not it's earthbound. I don't, because I don't really study it that much. I don't, but there are people who know whether or not that these images, these CMEs, depending on what direction they're looking at, what product they're looking at, they know whether or not that it's, wait a minute, you all, it's going to take me a while. Gina, honey, we don't want to wait. Well, I'm going to find it. I really am going to find it. One way or another, you all. And guess what? It doesn't want me. Something does not want me to find what I'm looking for at all. That's what I think. It doesn't want me to find it. You know what that kind of reminds me of too? Those tentacles on there. I just passed it up on the sun. It kind of reminds me of the Hydra. It does, like Hydra tentacles is what it kind of reminds me of. Let me put this back to me. 1 second. Let me put this back to the sun so you can look at it, because I've got to look. Let me do this, you all, since it's blinking. I got to wait for it to quit blink. You just got to wait 1 moment. It's got to quit its blinking, because that's exactly what it's doing. It decided it wants to blink. Okay, look at that right there. I'm going to show you what it reminds me of, because I think I have what I'm looking for if I don't end up turning off my computer somehow. If my computer does not, you know, do whatever it does on me. You all, I think I wanted to get to this point right here is what I wanted to get to. What I think this is probably happening right here. Robin Garcia, thank you. Let me get over here to me. And let me do this. I hope this is the one that I'm looking for. Let me see, you all, because I'm going to show you if it is. I hope it is. It's got all of my ships on it. And then some, but it doesn't. I hope it doesn't have the one particular object that I'm looking for. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, you all. See, we got some ships like this, but it's not the one that I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else. But you know what? I don't even have to look on here for it, you all. I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to tell you what it was. Let's come over here. I want to show you what I think is on the side of the sun. Okay. This is what it reminds me of right here. See these rings right here? This is my picture that I took September. It was, I don't know, whenever the observatory shut down, a little bit before. I'm thinking the rings that we're seeing on the side of the sun is this. How when the observatory shut down, this was my photo that I took on my main convergent lines in the eastern sky. I think there could be a whole lot of these. You can see right here, one on top of the other sideways, and they're trying to heal the sun or something, you all. Heal the sun or something. This is my photo. That's what, let me put it back to me. That's what that image is reminding me of now. I think that more probably have shown up is what I think. Right here. No, I can't push it there right now. I can't. That's what I think it is. It's these great big massive motherships like this on the side of the sun, and they're trying to, they're doing something. That's what it reminds me of. Can you see that, you all? Yeah. So it very well could be that they're lined up just like that, you all, is what I think. Yeah, right like that. Let me put this back to me. So we've had this massive CME. We still have this massive, massive UFO like ship and or ships attached to the side of the sun. And this thing right here, whatever this is, I don't know what's going on, because do you think that all of those, if there truly are a bunch of disc-shaped UFOs or other UFOs attached, do you think each one of these filament tubes or whatever you call them is attached to one of each of these? If it's that type, do you think it is, you all? That's what I'm wondering. Do you think it is? Because when that happened, that was the picture. That was the picture that circulated around the world. This one, I've already tuned it out. That circulated around the world that put me where I am now, when the observatory shut down in 2018. And it's really interesting, because this is the yellow filtered sun of NASA. And I had my iPhone 4, I think. That's what one it was. And I had a clip-on lens. And then I had bought a yellow filter, is what I had bought. A yellow filter. And I took a picture in the eastern sky with my flash. And the light came on. So what are the chances, you all, of me taking that picture with the yellow filter, and we've got this yellow filtered NASA product and really the rings on it? It's just all wild. But let's back to this right here, you all. Just we won't go there no more, but something is going on. Something, Lord have mercy, what's going on up there at the top of the sun, you all? It looks like it's got great big gigantic legs. It does. Can you see it? It looks like great big gigantic legs. Look how this is like a whirlpool, like a big vortex. That looks like a great big plasma being. Does that not look like a big plasma being back there? And this thing right here looks like it's got great big legs too. I'm not being disrespectful either. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to describe it. It looks like a great big hydra-like being up there. And this reminds me of the plasma webs right there at the top of the sun, you all. Yeah, so you can see them. We got it close up. These are what they look like on the sun. And that looks like almost a perfect oval right there in that spot. And then we have these right here. These right here. Let me see something. Let me put it back to me just one more minute, you all. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute, you all. And it was right about that time, shortly thereafter, these observatories, like this great big giant alien hunting radio telescope, it got damaged. And then it became inoperable. It was a concave telescope. Look at this. NASA's SDO probe captured a giant UFO emerging from the sun. Guess where this image came from right here, you all? Guess where it came from? It came from Gina, honey. That's exactly where it came from, you all. I caught that on the sun. And you never know which of your pictures, your findings and stuff are going to circulate around the world. You don't know, because really it was an excellent shot. That right there was a totally excellent shot. And here it is right here, you all. Look here. This is where I captured it. You can see eye-opening large ship. You can see the timestamp So that was 11/3 of 2020. That was my side monitor right there. An eye-opening large ship right there. And it looks kind of like my ships. These are my ships, and it came off the sun. See them right here. They're up there. They're all up there. Even though you may not see them right now, I promise you they are up there. They're out there. These ships are completely out there. Boom. You notice that they didn't. The individual did not reference these ships underneath there. They didn't. Like right here, NASA's SDO probe captured a giant UFO emerging from the sun. Right there. Right there you are. There's more than meets the eye. There really is. Let me put this back to me. Let's go back to our original product that had the solar flare, so you can see it, you all. Was it the it was the was it the 193? I don't know which one it was, you all. Do you know which one it was? Well, we can look at the 193, because the 193, that's the other one. The dark through. Gina, you are up there. Tony Rivera, yes I am, and somebody's don't like it, but that's okay. That's all right. I am here to share freely and publicly. That's what I'm here for. Freely and publicly. You all look at that. See, doesn't this look strange to you? How perfectly oval that is. And how these dark filaments are all gathered around this one area. And you can still see, you can vaguely see all of these things going down. All of them. Oh, yes, we want to see that. We want to see that right there, you all, because that's when the CME came out of the sun. Let's look at it. Here's the first one. It's around 11 o'clock. You can see right here it's starting to come out at around 11. Perfect circle, oval. Around an 11 time span. Boom! Look at that, you all. That is massive. 12/16. So this thing went on for a long time. Right there. It's enormous. It's an enormous CME. And did anyone on here say whether or not that this would be Earth directed? Because I can't remember. Because I think it takes around, if this is Earth directed, doesn't it take around 2.5 days to make its way to the Earth? And someone said in the predicted days, of course we got the predicted days of the 26th and 27th, things happening with the sun. Someone said on the day of 29th it will be Judgment Day. And then, you know, we have the timestamp of September the 3rd. And September the 4th, maybe, or the 2nd, wee hours of the morning, late at... Okay, so there is a perfectly round UFO right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. It's right here. It's a round ball on this particular product. That's why it's good to go to these particular products, you all, so you can see them. Where are we at? So you can see them for yourself, and I want you to be able to navigate it. See them for yourself so that you can come to your own conclusions, you all. Well, you may not be able to see it that well, but that is a disc-shaped UFO right here. Boom. Like right there. And to a round one. But it's not part of the sun right there. It is not at all. It's not part of the sun. You can see it better right here, you all. You can. See if we can see it. See it, you all? Right there. It's perfectly, it's a perfect shape right there. Let me throw some light on it. You can see it. That also, it looks like it came out of the sun, dropped down from the sun is what it seems like it did. Completely dropped down. Yeah, I got to straighten all of this up because I've got a mess going on here with all of this. I don't know what I've got going on. Get back over there. Dropped completely down out of the sun right there, you all. Let me cancel this and hop out of this. We're supposed to be looking at this product, and we're going to look at it because it's it's going to start blinking again because I'm going to push the play button. I don't know what BZ is. BZ. I don't. Somebody's got astral spiders. Okay, let's look at this, you all. We're coming back to this product because this has the CME. You can see the SDO AIA 193. You know what I did? I pushed go back at the wrong time, and it will not. Well, it may. No, we've seen it. You've seen it right there, you all. You've seen the solar flare happening right here in this enormous CME coming out of that area right there. Boom. Just like that. And the energy from the sun, it does affect our energy too. We can feel it, whatever happens up there, because we're electric beings also, you all. We are. The dark oval looks, yes, it looks odd surrounding by it, you all. It does. It looks kind of odd being surrounded, but if let's pause this so we can see what the 211 might look like. I don't know which one that might look like, but one of these has a composite of it, of all of them. Super mega mothership emerging, and it's frightening gravity. Oh, it's fighting gravity to escape. Well, that could be the case too. It really could be the case. You are surfing the frequency, Susan Donahue. Well, I think we all should surf them. We really should. Let's look at this one right here, the SDO AIA 211. I think each one of these filters offers different images. Whoa, did you see how fast they covered that? It offers different sites that we can see if we only knew exactly what we were looking for. The purple one is really pretty. It is. Look up here at this one. Look up there at the top. Wow, now this offers a good a good graphic, a good visual. Oh my gosh. It literally, look at all of them up here. Look at the, oh my gosh. Looks like it's struggling. Doesn't it look like it's struggling up there at the top? That is wild. And again, there's like a spiral vortex that continually is there in that spot continually. See, this is what they do when you get a little bit too close. They don't want you to look at it. They don't. That's what you might need to be aware of too. They don't want you to look at it. Let's find the other. Let's just go to the one other one. I don't mean to keep you on here, but we're going to go to the SDO AIA composite of 211, 193, and 171 so that we can see what that one looks like together, you all. That's right. Months ago. And it looks different than the Lionsgate came in. Yeah, hello there, Applebrooks. I'm checking out some of the products because there was an enormous CME that came from the sun right near the area where that large ship or something or UFOs attached to the sun are. Let's look at this. We're looking at this composite of 3 different types all compiled into one to see if when this area right here turns, well, they got a red filter that shows up. If we can see the CME that happens, we vaguely could see it, you all, just vaguely. It's not showing up too well on this product right here. We can see, look down here, you all. Come on now, look at that. Is that not wild? You can see it bouncing. You can see it bouncing. It looks like it's stuck in a root system. It really does. Very fine. If it's stuck and if it wants to break free, I hope and pray that it breaks free. Okay, if that's a UFO ship and or a planet or something else, I hope that it can break free. If it is, see, they don't want us to do that. If it is just being held against its will, it's 2 days in a row, almost 3 days in a row, you all, that this, whatever it is stuck here. That's the 24th. Shoot. Oh my gosh, the 25th. It will not stop its blinking. And that's what I've been encountering, you all. The 26th. The 26th. It's 3 days in a row, more or less, that it's been stuck here. I don't know why, that I get the feeling that it's being held. It's kind of trapped or something by whatever is coming down out of that sun. You see it? They don't want us to see it, you all. That's why I have to keep doing this. They don't want us to see it. It's too much information, but you know what we're going to do. Look at this. Look at what it looks like right here. It looks like there's like some type of beams or something in that spot right there. Can you see this? It looks like these aren't just like straight, like filament lines. Guess you could look like something with clots in them, you all. Clots in them. Where's it at, you all? Let's see if we can look at it closer. I want to examine it more. I really do. Let me see if we were to do this. Look at it more, because something's not right. Can you see it? It's got a hold of whatever is at the sun. It's got a hold of it. And I think if it's a UFO ship, it's trying to break loose. But this right here is preventing it. It's like getting stuck in seaweed and you're all tangled up in the seaweed and you're swimming in the water. And the more you move, the more it holds you. That's what it reminds me of. It wants to break loose, you all. Oh, I've got to sneeze. Oh my gosh. I'm going to hold it in. I'm not going to sneeze, you all. I'm not. I'm going to show you this. Let me see. We can see it. It wants to break loose. It does. Is what I think. It can't break loose. Did the Borg do that to somebody? Did the Borg do it to... Was there a Star Trek thing where a ship or something was held like that? I know you could do the tractor beams and things like that. But was there something... You see it? It's like whatever's attached to it, it will not let it loose. Or something is trying to knock it off. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there is an attack taking place. At this point, I'm more concerned of why it's still there and how come it cannot break free. That's what at this point, that's really what I'm concerned about, is that right there. Why it's happening, because it looks like it's this massive and it wants to break free, but it's not being allowed to break free. Well, Claire, honey, it does look like veins. Indeed, the sun has many things that look like veins. I just call them dark filaments. And it could be some kind of living organism. Oh my gosh. It can't break loose. You would think if it wanted to, if this thing, whatever it is, if it's a ship, if it's a planet, if itself is like extending out and it wanted to detach, I think it could detach, but I can't tell if they're coming from whatever that is going up into the sun or coming down, because we watched a video of the sun. Oh, of these filaments, they had they forked off into a coronal hole, and it was a coronal hole like this one. They forked off in there, one fork here, one fork there, and a laser beam or something, plasma beam, came from the inside of the coronal hole, and it made the great big gigantic, and it's these things right here. It made it fall down with its two fork, like a big forked tongue. So these things right here, they're on the sun. And in the meantime, we've got something like this on the sun, and I think they're coming out of the sun. I really think they're coming out. I don't think that they're here. They're coming from the sun. You can see the one channel right there. But how does the CME play in it, you all? How does it? See, these things are jumping off the sun, whatever they are. You can look at them in the dark, jumping straight off the sun right there. And this is NASA's product. They're jumping completely off the sun. And this one right here keeps spiraling into the spiral vortex. There's just so much going on, not to mention that massive CME that you see right here beside me. You are. That's all I'm going to say. I think I'm about done. It is enormous. That CME that happened today, you can see the 12, 14, 24. And then we got a perfect oval. I think behind that perfect oval, there's something there. And I know there's many theories about what we're looking at and all of that. But look at this. So I've drawn this. Look at this. I took this. You can take, if you go over, if you have Publisher, you can like take a oval. See how it looks like this? So I thought I'm going to take a shape, and I'm going to see if that shape will fit into that oval, is what I said. And it does. That's the shape of it, you all. Right into that oval. How can that be? You know, how can it be? Did I go to that screen? Let me do this again, because I may not have. I took a shape and I made an oval, and I wanted to see how perfect it would fit into there. So I did. And it fits just like that. And I don't think a coronal hole, if it was a naturally occurring coronal hole, I don't think that it should be like perfect the way that is. And look at this. CME, an enormous CME. You know, what if each one of these, just think about a machine gun. If you were a machine gun, you would, here's what you would do. You would, if you were a machine gun, when you fire your ammo, it would literally come out in bursts. You ever see footage of when they're battling and it's nighttime in the sky and the ammo is being, the anti-artillery stuff shot from ships, it comes out in bursts like this, you all. It does. In the air, you can see it, just like that. You can see it. At nighttime, coming from ships or on the ground, that's exactly what it does. So sometimes I often think recently, well, I have, that this is more than just a normal plasma thing coming. Part of me think it's like a plasma weapon of some sort, and this beams straight up. But that's what anti-artillery like would do. You could see it flying in the night air, and it's like boom, just like that, you all. And look how they're separated. Like, here's a length, a space. Here's a link, a space. Here's a link. Like that too. A length, a space, a length, a space. And you know, it could be solid, but still, you know, that's what these remind me of. And I'm not so sure, but this right here, this has really gotten to me right here, because that to me is not naturally occurring, and it has all of these things covered around it. What if these dark entities on the sun, you all, what if they want to go after what is inside it, because they're only on the surface. They're only on the surface of the sun. They want to reach inside whatever's inside these coronal holes is what they want to do. That could very well be. It could be that. So I am going to go. You always over here at this product right here, and I put the link to the NASA product in the live stream right here. I'll paste it for you to go there, and I've showed you how you could navigate it. It's fairly easy. Deb, yes, they want to go in. That's what I'm sensing. They want to go in it, completely straight in it, and that's how they got knocked down that time, because they had their tentacles. One stuck right here, one stuck up right here, and they were trying to get in, and then a beam of plasma came. It shot it. It shot it, and it made them fall down, and they went thump, is what they did. They went thump on top the other plasma, is what they did. I wish I could remember the timestamp that I had that one in, you all, but this stuff is real. I don't know about those plasmas on the sun. I really have no idea about them. Well, I have lots of ideas about them. I think they're entities, and they remind me of big gigantic snakes. And some people say maybe they might be dragons or something like that, but I think that they are living entities on the surface of the sun right here. Living entities on the surface of the sun. At sometimes they're all over the sun, totally all over it, completely. And you can see it, they get in darker down here, but look at them. They got energy going all over. Why are they surrounding this hole right here, this perfect oval? I don't know. And if you're just tuning in, they're right here too. And I was describing that this right here reminded me of my photo when the observatory shut down. It was a yellow filter too, and the UFOs were attached to the side of the observatory. Right here, if I were to show this, and I will show that. Let me do this really fast. That reminded me of them being shut to the side of the observatory. Let me do this right here. Let me save it. Right here. Let me save it. Let me come over here, you all. Let me put myself to me. Just let me show you one more thing. Let me just shrink this down a tad bit. I'll put it right below me. If I can do this real fast, I want to see if we can have them side by side. If you have the patience and you'll wait, I would like to show it. Let me come over here and get a picture of it. Right here. Okay, I've got a picture of it. Let me come down here. I had to cancel it. I got to re-add it, you all, but let me start again. We can do it, you all. We can do it. Just bear with Gina. I just want to do a visual. A side-by-side visual is all I want to do. A side-by-side visual, because it's pretty cool. It is. So, let me... This is right here. I think that this could possibly be just like these UFOs right here that I took, attached to the sun. You can see the rings on them. You can see right here a great big one, how they can attach. And this is what it reminds me of. They're kind of attached, maybe the roll of them attaching to the sun, or maybe expanding out like a big slinky. You see how this one has like, right here, this has like blown itself up. like, I guess like a jellyfish or something, you all, perhaps. But on the side of the sun, and that's what that's what I think, looking at this particular picture, that it reminds me of is this right here. It does. It may be nothing, but yeah, something like that. Something like that, you all. Let me put myself back on here. I'm going to be going. I am. I've done said too much. I am. An enormous CME came from the sun. It did, and it was massive. And we still have that ship or planet-like thing. It is still attached to the sun. I don't know if it's being held against its will. And I don't know if it's trying to break free, but there's a lot of filament things attached to it, like a big root system. And I never seen any of those type of systems in this photo right here beside me. When I took this photo, even when I zoomed up on them, I never seen any of that stuff coming from the sun on these right here at all. I never did. But in this particular product, I'm seeing them. I'm seeing these dark filament things coming out. And this thing right here is not, it's not getting away. It's not. So I'm going to go. And we're going to stay on top of this, you all, because the 26th, the 27th is a time to look at. And the 28th, 29th, 30, 31, and 1, and 2, and 3, we're going to watch it for a whole week. And we're, of course, we're going to try to show other things, you all, but we want to have our eyes wide open. And we want to use discernment to see what's happening. So with that being said, thank you. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. I encourage you to share your thoughts on what's happening, because a lot is happening in the world geopolitically too, and a lot is happening in the interdimensional realm and spiritual realm, and a lot is happening in our personal lives and, you know, our lives in general all around the globe. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. Thank you. And we're going to keep an eye on it. Yes, we are. Deb, honey, I'll put that link in there one more time. I sure will. Let me go to it. I copied it. I'm going to split the screen. I copied it, and I'm going to put it in here one more time. Right there. Hello there, Susan B., honey, and Apple Brooks and Deb. There it is. You're so welcome. And yeah, I'm going to tell you all again. I'm going to show you how to do it. So once you click into that link, it's going to bring you to, I'm going to show you. You click into the link. You bring it up. It's going to take you to here. You're going to go to this very, let me make it bigger. You're going to go to this number right here. You're going to click into the SDO is what you're going to click into. It's going to bring up the green one. And what you can do is you click down here. Let me shrink it down a little bit. Let's get this right here in the dead center. You click under the type, and it will take you to all the products right here. You just click into them, whatever one you want. You can see like this. Look at that perfect. Look at it, you all. It's perfect. That oval is perfect. It's going to take you to all of these, the different types of filtering they got going on. But yeah, that's what you can do. You can do it, and you push the play. This is a real quick tutorial. You push the play, take it to the end, put in 300. That's the maximum number of frames before the date and time. And then 20 is the number per second. You want the most for your time. You want the most of data you can possibly get. And it'll take a while till it goes through there, and then you will be able to watch it yourself. You will. So I'm going to go. Thank you all so much, and I'm really I'm excited to see what's going to happen, whether things pan out the way that some have said, some have predicted. And we'll find out, you all. We'll find out together. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Love you.